head of finance within this organization of Bye Bye Plastic Bags, specifically in Doha. And what that entails too is that I basically handle the money matters and what sort of finances goes into our organization and our platform. To sum it up, our team leader, Nadia, was introduced to Bye Bye Plastic Bags at her old school in Indonesia, and then she bought it here since she was really inspired by what they aim to do in order to lessen the amount of wastage that goes out into this earth. So she bought it here and she approached us as her friends here, and since she recently arrived to Qatar, and she basically told us that like, hey, I want to start this whole new organization that plans and aims to stop having people use a lot of plastic and harm the environment. And obviously, as an individual personally, I did not hesitate to come on board since it seemed really inspiring that she was so determined to lead such a powerful movement here in Qatar and sort of just help the environment become much better. Honestly, it was quite a lot at the beginning, considering that we are youth-led after all. So we had to face a lot of issues and obstacles with things such as finances and legalities of sorts. We were unable to engage with a lot of other businesses and firms with similar aims as we are, since we are environmentally friendly for quite a while, since we haven't been able to tackle licensing nor the secured partnerships with other businesses. So it was quite hard with that. And another thing is that we were unable to access enough money to increase the potential of our organization and maximize it and optimize it to its maximum and all that. So it was quite hard, but we managed to move past that and sort of try to grow our audience bigger on social media, which sort of just shows how we can be resilient despite the obstacles that come with being youth-led. We basically had to sort of approach a lot of people via social media, since obviously with this new generation, social media was quite the center. And so when we open our page, we open a lot of workshops, we open a lot of sort of events virtually due to the pandemic that showcase what we did and what were our aims to a lot of the smaller audiences and younger people that have also been engaging with us, considering that they also wanted to partake in the movement that sort of just wants to help the environment here become much better. So as was mentioned previously, I wouldn't want to say this is quite cheesy, but we are the future, and what that entails too is that we as youth have to later on take authority and take responsibility for what goes on within this world and what we have to do in order to make it a much better place and to sort of lessen what goes on with the climate, what goes on with the pollution that we sort of produce and our carbon emissions. So obviously as youth, we have to take a stand here and now before we could approach the future where we actually have to take authority with it. So obviously it's great to start small. You can do as little changes sort of reducing your amount of plastic that you use and just aiming for more reusable products and more biodegradable products. For example, instead of heading to the grocery store and getting plastic packaging, you can go ahead and vouch for paper packaging instead, and just go zero waste, since leading a zero waste lifestyle would obviously be much of a help. And it's quite easy once you get into it. And then another thing is we encourage the use of tote bags, since tote bags are quite efficient when it comes to groceries and stuff. You could just go ahead and carry it with you around in public instead of having to go with your day-to-day single-use plastic bags, since after all, we are Bye Bye Plastic Bags, so eradicating them would be our main priority. And another thing is, as for our organization and our page, we try to get updated in case the community is curious about what we do. So if you are to head on to our page, BBP Doha on Instagram, you could see the amount of workshops that we've held and more upcoming workshops that we can hold in the future and other events. Seeing it now, it's incredible the fact that the school committee are sort of vouching for like the pollution that goes on in Qatar, and the fact that the FIBA World Cup is coming up in 2022. They haven't had such a clean history throughout like the past few years, but like seeing one type being launched and like sort of battling that issue and helping the environment is just such an amazing thing. And the fact that your intentions align with ours is just really, really great, and we look forward to seeing what you guys will do in the future and what sort of collaborations we might as well do as well.